Guys and dolls, Freedom Dad here. And it is blowing a gale outside. The dogs didn't even want to go out. They empty this morning. I had to gently nudge them with the side of my foot. But all's good. Um, I'm not really going to address it at the minute because, I'm going to let everything calm down, find out how many victims there are in total. And yeah, I'm not going to be like making a video about it or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm going to have a wee bit of respect. So I'm just, and it's not nothing to do with it. Like, it's just me. It's just a lot to take in. It's a sad subject. It's only just happened yesterday. There's so many different figures getting thrown about. You know what I mean? I heard yesterday there was 11 people killed, and then on GB News, I think it's 6, 5. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to wait for everything to die down and have we look at it. But there's not really anything to say about it. It is what it is. There's some strange things coming out about it, mind you. You know who this particular guy is and his affiliations. So we'll see what comes out of that. It doesn't make any sense. Like, for talk's sake, there's a rumor going about that he was like anti-Islam. You know what I mean? And that doesn't make any sense with like attacking a Christian sort of Christmassy thing. You know what I mean? I see it as a Christmas. Yeah, that's what we all expect. We expect that's would be the motivation for anybody to do something like that. But like I say, we could be wrong as well. We don't know. We don't know anything about this particular guy, and I'm quite sure there'll be quite a lot of people doing their homework right now, searching the internet and all the rest of it to find out who he is. And yeah, so I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. You can watch the news and like other channels, and you're going to get bits and pieces, But all I'm going to say is I just want us, my followers, just have a wee thought, about how many people's been injured and how horrific it must have been, a life changing moment in their lives when they've been so happy and peaceful and surrounded by so many beautiful things and bright lights and cheer and the smells probably of food and mulled wine, in Germany. And yeah, I can just imagine the beauty of it to the horror of it, and that alone. Thinking about injuries is traumatic enough, and then you've got this the ripple effect of all the families that are now affected by their loved ones, and it's really sad at Christmas time, and it's difficult, to come on and be cheery and celebrate our Christmas when other people are suffering around the world. So yeah, it is a difficult time, you know what I mean? But you know, like I say, we said a wee prayer last night. Well, I'm going to say a wee prayer tomorrow on Sunday. I'm going to do it every Sunday, so I am. So we'll think about them in our prayers tomorrow, guys. Um, and yeah, but we've got to keep going on. We're in Britain. This is our country, Britain. We've got to look after our own. We've got to look after our own kids. We've got to look after our own loved ones, and we've got to be strong and keep our heads up and not forget them. But we've got to make sure that we are okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with for a moment having a moment of thought and contemplation about what's happened, and then going to your child and having a laugh and a giggle, and not letting them see the pain and suffering that's going on in the world. That's, I think, the best way forward. And just with what's going on in Britain right now, something that's jumped out at me is Peter Mandelson has now been made the ambassador for America. Now, this is a man that pops up in my life quite a lot in what I do, and I've got to be careful what I say. So I do. Got to be very, very careful what I say. But you know, is this the man? I don't know what's going on with Labour. I'm starting to get a wee idea. Like, it's one of them ones like when I was a wee boy and you were hearing stories and you just didn't want to believe it. I think it's a wee bit like that right now. And I have to be very, very careful what I say, you know what I mean? But there's a couple of things jump to mind, you know what I mean? It's like we'll start with the mellow stuff, with the mortgage stuff that he was doing. It's almost like mortgage fraud, isn't it? You can deep dive that one yourselves if I think I'll throw something up there for you. And the mortgage thing was with a man called Jeffrey Robinson. And, that's another rabbit hole to go down, So there's a lot, there comes a lot with this man, and I do not understand why he's still in politics. Yeah, and then we've got, obviously it's the connections, you know what I mean, and how these connections work, and if you keep following them, you can almost go round in a ring. So you can, and that's what you normally find, especially in my experience with people at the top. And I always question when people become lords and stuff like that. Always question it. I think it's one of the most fake things. I think when the lords and all that, when people were given lordships and all the rest of it and honours, I think back in the day it was something really to be proud of. And when somebody got it, you would go, wow, well done. You know what I mean? Now we see that these honours are getting given out for different reasons and for different causes. And you've just got to look at some of the people that are getting them and they really think that they deserve that in this country. And what it comes to mind is Khan, the Lord Mayor of London. You know, at the end of the day, it's the internet, guys. Everything is documented and recorded. Okay, you know, I don't need to tell you anything you don't already know. This is a man who thinks that people getting unalived in London and the horrific things that go on in London are just part and parcel of living in a big city. Well, you know, I would rather not live in a city or be part of a country that has a city that they accept violence and people losing their lives as just everyday thing. I would be making sure that the people in my city would be safe from that and it would end and it would stop being part of living in a big city. This isn't New York, it isn't Paris, and it certainly isn't, Beijing or anywhere like that. They're big cities. London's not that big. It's not that hard to police, really. We know what the problems are. I know what the problems are. They know what the problems are. But they're happy with the problems because they've got an end agenda. They've got an end goal that they're looking at. And I don't think we're part of that, to be honest with you guys. So I'm not going to go make a big thing. You know what I mean? So I'm going to come out tomorrow, and I've got on top. I've got buy me a coffee because I've had so many messages and stuff like that. But I'm going to bring it out tomorrow along with my video and have a wee chat about it. So expectations, what because I don't want to make any money from this channel. I've always said that, but I have had problems because of my channel, and it has cost me money. And if a little bit helps, if I can get a wee bit of Katie to help her with the horse and stuff, it would be perfect. But I'll talk about it in detail tomorrow, explain where I'm coming from. And yeah, I don't tend to make a single penny, and it's as simple as that. I'll never put you to the adverts or nothing like that. I'm not interested in anything like that. Like I say, I've got everything I want, you know what I mean? But just, it is costing a wee bit, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to put it up all the time. I'm only going to put it up if I do a really good video. And if you want to buy me a coffee if it takes me 3-4 hours to do a video, and if you want me to buy me a coffee, then the option will be there. But apps, it's an option. Honestly, I don't feel right. But people are saying to me, like this fine gentleman, things like that. I'm getting this quite a lot, and fair enough. You know what I mean? Why not? I've got to stop, knock myself out, put myself down, and just accept a wee bit of help and a wee bit of kindness. I'm Freedom Dad. Thank you very much for watching one of my videos. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, and I'm really looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to this. This is a very different Christmas for me since my mum died when I was 8 years old, 1978. So believe you me, this is going to be a family Christmas. All my love, and God bless.